Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Angela of Love&Magick. I'm really excited to show you the Cult of Weimar today. This is the second edition by Joan Marie and Contro, and it was created in 2016, and the 2020 new edition, the second edition, has 2 bonus cards. We'll do a flip through today, talk about the deck. It's beautiful. I can't wait to share some personal reflections and get into it as a companion piece to my tarot review for Indie Deck Review. So grab something lovely to drink and let's get into it. Oh my goodness, the Cult of Weimar has just been revolutionary for me in these days. Joan Marie and Contro created, and they're over on Instagram at Cult of Tarot. And this is a collage style deck that's in the Rider-Waite-Smith style of tarot. So for those of you that are familiar with tarot, I found this deck very easy to pick up and read right away, even though the lens is very specific. It's called Cult of Weimar because this is all about the Weimar period in Germany between 1919 and 1933, after the First World War, before the Second World War. And it was a time of incredible, just an explosion of creativity, very specifically in German expressionism through film and art and fashion and technology. It's captured in this collage style tarot deck in a really beautiful and very unique way. Even though it's so specific, I found it a gorgeous, easy read, and it's intriguing. It's just multi-portal. It pulled me into so many explorations of the past, of my personal feelings, and I'm excited to share that with you today. So you can see it comes in this sturdy 2-piece box. It lifts off really, really easy. This is the little white book, the Guidebook, and we'll get into that in just a second. And you can see that it's a fully mirrored back, a nod to the Bauhaus style of art with these geometric patterns. And look at these gilt edges that are kind of in the realm of gold, but that has this fabulous green that echoes the green that's in the back of the cards in that Bauhaus style geometric pattern. So isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? What I learned about this deck was just incredible. There's so many artists that are collaged on this. The flip through you'll see. For my own personal reflection, I saw the film that inspired the font used in the deck. So I'll show you the Fool card, and you can see the font that's used in it that's called Metropolis. Can you see that? The font itself is a nod to the Fritz Lang masterpiece film called Metropolis that I saw when I was a teenager, right around the time when I encountered my first tarot deck, and I mentioned that in my Indie Deck review. There was an art house that was a local place. Used to be the Pussycat Theater, which was an adult theater, so that was a place that as a teenager was like such a forbidden zone, and when it became an art house, we were able to go see all of these like European films and small films and punk rock films. Seeing Metropolis there and having my mind so blown, I sat up in the balcony and I was just really, really nervous, and it kind of reflects how I feel in this moment because this is my first review for Indie Deck Review, and I just felt like the creatrix of Indie Deck Review, Amanda Bell, asked me specifically if I was interested in reviewing this deck, and they must have known what they were doing. They were pretty powerful, intuitive, and empath on their own. It has sent me into this just wild exploration of that time in my life when I saw my first tarot deck. I saw this incredible German expressionist film. Had this wild explosion of just images, because with the Weimar period, there was the spirit of exploring, and it shines through in this deck in a really, really cool way. I'll show you just a few of the cards. That's our Fool. Here's our Magician. And there's a boldness, almost like a dramatic quality to the collaging that's on the deck. And then you deep dive into that pretty small guidebook. There's a basic description of the cards that has this delicious spiritual quality. And then There's a companion that talks about why each of these collages has who they have on that and the meaning behind that, that brings you into this Weimar period of art and film and fashion and technology that's just incredible. So, without further ado, I'm going to get into the flip through with just a little selection of music so you can enjoy the cards. I'll tell you what, this deck has just been so epic for me. I can't wait to show you the bonus cards that are in the back there. You can think of them as the 79th and 80th cards. You have Epiphany and you have Shadow. In case I went too fast with the unboxing, here's the gorgeous sturdy two-piece box of the Cult of Weimar Tarot. On the side it says the artistic expression of 1920s Berlin interpreted into classic tarot imagery. A traditional 78 card tarot deck plus 2 additional bonus cards, guidebook included. Some of the images from the deck. And here's the back of the box. By rabbitmoontarot.com, cultoftarotforum.com. There you go. Beautiful. Lifts off easy. It doesn't have any finger notches on the side. And there's the well-loved guidebook that I have just been sleeping with and dreaming with. I love it. I was mentioning before that this font is called Metropolis after the 1927 masterpiece by Fritz Lang called Metropolis. Yes, and this is by Joan Marie. And we'll get into some more of that in a minute. Inside the box it says, in the dark times will there still be singing by Bertolt Brecht. So I'll just prop this up right here for us so you can still see the box really easily. And I was mentioning the gorgeous Bauhaus tiles inspired, at least in my eyes, this pattern on the back that's fully mirrored, as you can see. There's no description in the guidebook for reversals, but if you're a tarot reader that reads reversals like me, you just know how to do it. So this is the beautiful, highly, highly brilliant gilt gold green edges of the deck. Beautiful. And the cardstock is just a beautiful, thick matte. It's 350 GSM for the folks that are into technical. And here is our Fool. Just beautiful. Make sure that I've got a nice view of that. My camera will stay in focus there. There we go. There's our Fool. In the guidebook, there are descriptions for each one of the collages and speaks to the occultism that was being explored at the time, the art that was being explored, queer love was being explored in a big way. There were many, many, many lesbian clubs and bars of every kind of expression. And that was far, far more accepted than gay male love, which was still completely outlawed, yet wasn't fully enforced. The laws weren't enforced, and then they became harshly, harshly enforced, as we know now through history, after the Weimar era, when World War II began. So the Lover's card is one of my favorites in the deck. It's beautiful. Look at this chariot with 2 black cats, just wonderful. But it also shows, you know, all of the fear and the angst and the political disruption at the time. Here's our Strength card. The cabaret life was just incredibly vibrant in the Weimar era. Here's the Hermit. I love this seance that's in the Wheel of Fortune, just beautiful. Here's our Justice. I will be digging into this deck, I think, for the rest of my life. There is just so much to every single card. The Death card is dark, as you see, compared to the other major arcana cards, because there's a bit of a color coding that happens in this beautiful deck. Here's the Temperance card. Beautiful. And this is, I believe, Margot Leon, the French actress, who also is depicted in the World card that you can see here on the box. Here's the Devil. And all the major arcana except for 2 cards are in this color border. Yeah, the Tower is amazing. The beautiful Star card. The Moon. The Sun. Last Judgment in a different color border. And here's the World. Ace of Wands. You'll see that there's Roman numerals on all of these cards, and now the wands have a different color border. And I think it's really, really easy to see that these are wands, for all the characters are holding wands. Here's the 3 of Wands. The 4 of Wands. The 5 of Wands. And 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands. You see how this 10 of Wands has a depiction that looks very much like the classic Rider-Waite-Smith 10 of Wands. Page of Wands. Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands, King of Wands, and now the cups have this red border. There's the Ace of Cups. Please pardon my kitten Juniper meowing in the background. They approve. Here's the 2 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups. What a fabulous 9 of Cups. And the wonderful 10 of Cups, so amazing. There's the Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, King of Cups. Here's our swords now that are in a purple border. So this is the Ace of Swords, the 2 of Swords, fabulous 3 of Swords. Oh my goodness, love the pomegranates throughout the deck. Here's our 4 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, very much looking like the classic 9 of Swords. I love the use of shadow and light, which is a big, big Weimar era way of expressing, especially in German Expressionist film. The use of shadows, like in films like Nosferatu and Dr. Caligari. Ten of Swords. Page of Swords. Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords. King of Swords. Ace of Coins. Now you can see the coins have this brown border. So these are very easy to read right away. Two of Coins. Three of Coins. Four of Coins. Five of Coins. Six of Coins. Seven of Coins. Eight of Coins. My fave, the Nine of Coins. I love the Nine of Pentacles, and I absolutely love all of like the trans and queer love that flows through this deck. It's amazing. Your Ten of Coins. Page of Coins. Knight of Coins. Queen of Coins. King of Coins. And the bonus cards, this is Shadow, beautiful, and Epiphany. I learned so much about this era from Joan Marie. It's beautiful. There we go. The camera picked that up now. There you go. There's the bonus cards in the deck. Just gorgeous. Incredible gilt edging. Isn't it gorgeous? And let's give it a shuffle, shall we? I love this heavy cardstock. I didn't find that the deck was stuck together at all. It's a simple shuffle. Let's try to riffle shuffle. Let's see how we do with that, okay? Oh my goodness, I'm not the world's best shuffler, so bear with me. We'll think of it as like shuffling ASMR, shall we? I'm giggling. You must be just suffering watching me struggle here. Here we go. So you can see the incredible dramatic effect that all these collages have of the cult of Weimar, expressing all of the wild explorations of the Weimar era between 1919 and 1933. I'm so grateful that I got a chance to review this deck, because now I know that this is going to be part of my regular tarot regimen. Please just hit the subscribe button, make some comments, and let me know what kind of art and imagination and explorations that shined through for you while looking at the video and looking at this deck today. Please remember that magic is your birthright and everything's a spell. This is my spell. I'll see you soon. Take good care.